So the verse mentions a man came running from the far end of the city. Who was this person? Quran does not mention his name, but historians believe he was Habib Najjar. And Habib Najjar accepted faith on the call of these messengers and had become Muslim. When he heard that people were planning to kill the messengers, he came rushing into the city and tried to convince them otherwise. So in these verses, we discover the wisdom of Habib Najjar in persuading his people. He reminded them how the messengers are selfless and devoted to their well-being. They are not asking for compensation. They are rightly guided and they wish your salvation. So he said, "Ittabi'u man la yas'alukum ajran wa hum muhtadun." And then he invoked a thought of introspection in them. Isn't it only fair that I worship the one who created me and that I remain mindful of my Lord who will take account of my deeds upon my death? وَمَا لِي لَا أَعْبُدُ لِفَطَرَنِي وَإِلَيْهِ تُرْجَعُونَ. So that was his second argument. And then he reasoned further with them about the physical needs of life, like protection and support. Do these other gods and deities have any power to protect me against my Lord? أَتَّخِذُ مِن دُونِهِ آلِهَةً إِن يُرِدْنِ الرَّحْمَنُ بِضُرٍّ لَا تُغْنِ عَنِّي شَفَاعَتُهُمْ شَيْئًا وَلَا يُنقِذُونَ. And then finally, he closes off the argument with self-reflection, that I will be in great error if I associated partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And notice his approach, he took it upon himself instead of criticizing his people directly, which would have angered them even more, and they would not listen to him at all. So he said, "Inni idha lafi dhalalin mubin." So we see how when we are inviting people to the truth, to Islam, it requires selflessness, patience, and wisdom, like Habib Najjar did in calling his people towards the truth. When Habib Najjar was killed, he was martyred, it was said to him to enter paradise. And then when he saw the blessings and rewards in paradise, he wished that his people also knew about these blessings, so they would also accept the faith. In the example of Habib Najjar, there are lessons of authenticity and welfare. When he accepted Islam, he was certain that this was the true faith and the only way to salvation. He had concern for his people, so when they became hostile towards the messengers, he tactfully tried to persuade them otherwise. And instead, when they targeted Habib Najjar and killed him, he was so genuine that upon receiving the glad tidings of paradise, he wished his people knew his outcome so they could also be guided. And again, such would be the approach of anyone calling people towards Islam, even in today's world.